Hello everyone, it's Dave from Vinyl Nirvana again. In this second part of the video in setting up the VN-150, we're going to be installing the counterweight and putting the platter system in place. So there's no real tools involved except for having some kind of tracking force gauge. This is the Sure tracking force gauge. If you bought an Ortofon 2M red, blue, bronze, or black, they actually have a tracking force gauge inside here. It's a two-part packaging, and in the bottom part of the packaging there is a tracking force gauge in there. This is your counterweight, and this is your Bren record weight. This is the cork rubber mat, which in some cases is part of the performance enhancement package, and then you have here what's called your outer platter. So let's just put the platters in place first. We've already got the belt on from the first. I always grab the platter from these holes, and that will help you to keep the shine on your platter much longer if you keep your finger oils off of that side of the platter. So that's placed gently in place. The mat goes on after that, then your record, and then finally a record weight. The counterweight simply slides onto the back of the arm. And in some cases you may have upgraded. Again, the performance enhancement package has a stainless steel weight and counterweight, which just pushes on. There's no threads to it. I'm going to take this weight back off again. So the Sure tracking force gauge is a little seesaw. It pivots on these hinges here, and basically you set the tracking force by moving this along the gauge. The 2M bronze, I usually set it at 1.5. I can't remember the actual tracking range over the top of my head, but I believe it's 1.25 to 1.75, and I usually use 1.5 in the middle. So this little V right here goes to the spindle. And this can turn as you need to. There is usually a stylus guard on the Ortofon cartridges, and there's a little tab in the back, and you basically move that tab towards you and the stylus guard comes off. You should save that in case it's ever needed. So we've got the stylus guard off, the counterweight on, and the Sure stylus force gauge here. The anti-skate, which is kind of hard to see, it's underneath here, should be set to 0, which is all the way in the front. So I'm moving that to the front. And now I'm just going to begin the trial and error process of setting this to 1.5 grams. And basically what you're looking, see how this back of this just came up like that? Basically you're looking for the seesaw to be balanced. So that was too heavy, so I'm going to move the counterweight backwards. And we're very close here. Went a little too far. I need to add a little weight, so I'm moving it towards me. And we are balanced. So that is setting the tracking force. And now we're going to match the anti-skate to that. Sometimes I use a screwdriver to do this, but basically follow the numbers, and we're going to be in 1.5 grams for that. I've found in general that it's okay to be on the lighter side for the tracking force with the Riga arms rather than on the heavy side. And you are now ready to play a record. The tracking force is set, and again, alignment's been done at my house, the height's been set at my house, VTA, and the suspension has been tuned here in my shop, so there's no need to do any of that. You are ready to play a record after we install the cruise control, which is the next video if you have that.